Hey everyone, welcome back to the Doing All the Things challenge. I am Kate. I am breaking my fast, day 2 of the challenge, and it was that 36-hour fast. It's 37 hours, 4 minutes. I'm gonna go ahead and break that fast with just a pretty simple 2 eggs, some sausage and cheese and paste, and some coffee. Let's take a look at what I've been up to. I did test my urine for ketones this morning and still showing in the negative. You know, I'm kind of unsure what to really think about that because I know the past couple months, right? Because I've really been implementing these changes. I've noticed, depending on how many carbs I eat Saturday night, by like late evening Sunday, when doing that 36-hour fast, I can usually show a bit of ketones in my urine, like at least a trace amount. So being that, you know, it's, probably 34 hours into the fast when I tested my ketones and still showing negative really just tells me that I did eat a whole bunch of carbs. I really indulged. On that Saturday. So, okay, it is what it is. But as we can see, not testing in ketosis yet. I was going to test again this evening, but I think I'm gonna just wait and test again tomorrow. So let's move on to having gotten on the scale. So just keep in mind, 2 weeks ago, I weighed in at 209. And then I had a week where I just ate kind of like crazy, still fasted, still tried to stay within certain calories and carbs. And then the second week, same thing. So I was expecting some weight gain, essentially gaining the weight I'd lost, some of the weight I'd lost previously back. So there we have what I'm weighing in at essentially at the start of our challenge here. And then I do just want to share my walk with you as I talk a little bit more about what I've accomplished today. So hopefully you enjoy that beautiful walk that I went on. I wanted to touch on fasting. So keep in mind, each fast is going to look different. When I fast for 36 hours, it is different from a 5-day fast. And it differs because when I'm doing a 5-day fast, I'll actually start that fast late morning, the day of the fast. When I'm doing a 36-hour fast, I'm starting the fast late Saturday night, right? So, and not even really that the days matter, it's just, you know, the starting points of those fasts vary. So it is important to play around with those fasts. If you are choosing to fast, play around with the time, see what might work best for you. So I did obviously break my fast today at 37 hours and some odd minutes. And I want to, say I did break it with low carb, so another check off the list. And I did that right around 11, like right before 11. And I have not eaten again, and it is 5:04. So all I've eaten today is what you guys have seen in the video. The reason for that is that I'm just not hungry. I don't have an appetite right now, so I don't really want to force myself to eat. So I just wanted to point that out. I did do low carb, so on track with that, and back to fasting pretty much right at 11 a.m. So tomorrow I should be at about a 20-hour fast, if not a little bit more, which I'm pretty excited about, more so that I don't have an appetite right now. Now, something else I really noticed on my walk today is that I was super emotional. Okay, like I'm already an emotional person, but I just have some other things going on, and literally was crying on my walk today 2 separate times, and not like bawling, but definitely just some emotion coming through. I know when we fast and we start to add in some other things and remove substances, those feelings really come through, and it is normal to be a bit more emotional. Irritability is another one that I think can really strike when we are not utilizing substances, and mostly that is because we're getting out of that habit, right? So we're going to be a bit more irritated during that process. So irritability is another one I would expect that I'm going to feel here in the next week, probably, as I'm just cycling through everything and and no longer attaching to those previous habits. Overall, mentally, I do feel pretty good. A little bit of anxiety I've noticed with like not being able to catch my breath, but I'm able to manage that. I did do my 1 minute of mindfulness today as well. Now I want to touch on the work my scheduled shift. I think what I should have just said there is like work, because I'm gonna play with my shift as long as I'm showing up for work every day is really what I was trying. That's my intention there for sure. Now I did mention that I was going to post a side by side, before and after rather, pic that I had taken of myself May 2nd, and now we're June 2nd. I really do not want to post this picture because I'm definitely not where I want to be. I'm not where I know I can be and where I've been. I've lost and gained 100 pounds hundreds of times, right? And it just needs to be, I need to be done with that. But I'm gonna post it because I can see differences. And I'm gonna post it because when that photo was taken, again, the majority of these changes I really started to implement April 1st. So May 2nd, when this picture is taken, we've got about a month under my belt of, you know, walking 2 miles, eating low carb, fasting. So again, it wasn't that I was doing all these things, but in a kind of lenient manner, right? Not as strict as I am now. I was still drinking occasionally, which again is really part of the weight gain in my opinion, because it's not just drinking, then it's I want to order and eat everything under the sun too. So it's additional calories from the alcohol and the food. But either which way, here's where I'm just now going hardcore with this challenge in an effort to see even better and even more results. But I hope if anything, you do see some changes in this picture that I'm very vulnerable about sharing, and that hopefully they can motivate and inspire you to also make some changes that are going to benefit you and really make you feel good about you. And I know yesterday was just kind of all over the place, emotionally wanting to give in. And again, I do feel much better today, and I look forward to feeling better and better. And I do want to point out again, if you're participating and you're going through all these changes, it is going to be uncomfortable in the beginning. It just is. That's how it's going to be. But you will feel better even through feeling worse, if that makes any sense. And I'm going to compare it to this. I've been doing Pilates really good 5 times a week, right, for a couple months, off and on for the past year. But recently I did Pilates and my future abs were so sore, right? And really kind of started to tell myself, I need to eat more. I need to eat more carbs because I'm so sore. I'm doing all this exercise now, whatever. I just wanted to eat differently, right? And anyway, ended up binge eating essentially. And my stomach then hurt from that. And so it's like there's this good pain that we feel. And then there's that pain that comes along with just doing the same thing that we continue to do that really doesn't have results that we want or are that advantageous to us. So again, yeah, you're not gonna feel good, but it should be that pain, like when you're working out, you know, like I don't feel good, but I know this is for all the right reasons, right? So maybe look at it from that perspective if you're kind of struggling through and tired or just not feeling well, and do some research. You know, Google, the AI chat things can be a lot of help. So certainly tune into those as well. I'm here for any questions. And again, I've got, you know, a bunch of videos regarding fasting for 28 days on water, 5 days on water. I'm very proud of this. So yes, you're gonna hear me talk about it. But reference those things, you know, reference things that have accomplished what you're looking to accomplish, just so you know you're not alone in how you're feeling while you're experiencing it. Now, one goal on the list I did not hit is the sleeping between 6 to 8 hours a night. So last night was 4 hours and 10 minutes. I mean, I'm really trying here to increase the amount of time I'm sleeping. So hopefully, I am feeling a little tired today, which again is to be expected coming off of that 37-hour fast, only eating that low, pretty much no carb breakfast. and then back to fasting, and having that walk, Pilates, all in between. I think it's normal to feel tired. And that's what I'm really striving for, is to tire myself out so that I am falling asleep naturally earlier and waking up earlier, instead of falling asleep later and waking up earlier naturally, which I love. I just want to have more sleep in that process. So just want to state, hey, there's one goal, on this list. So far I've not hit it, but that's the goal. That's the challenge, right? It's a challenge to hit that for me. It really is. But I am working towards it, and just wanted to let you guys know, hey, all these things I'm doing really good on, but hey, there's this one thing. It's still a challenge for me. Hopefully it won't be by the end of this challenge. And I think that's about almost all the goals. I've had my green tea, my black tea today. No 30 plants. I've not yet delved into eating the 30 different plants this week, because again, I basically just had a carnivore breakfast. So no plants or vegetables, but definitely going to incorporate those 30 different plants still. So again, stay tuned to see what I'll be eating there. And then I want to talk about you all for a moment. Let me know down in the comments how you guys are doing, or how you're participating in this challenge. And really just thank you for showing up today and watching this video. I certainly appreciate that support as well. I also wanted to touch on the fact that in yesterday's video, I talked just a little bit about the difference between clean fasting and dirty fasting. And so just to clarify, this 37-hour fast I just finished was clean. It was water and I think a cup of green and black tea, or maybe it was just black tea. I don't think I had green tea yesterday. So clean fasting for 37 hours, super, excited about that. Just makes me feel good. I also want to point out that, again, fasted for 37 hours, but I went on my walk this morning and I was roughly 30 hours, or I don't know, maybe 32 hours into the fast. And whenever I do that, because I walk every Monday morning, or Monday rather, and it's a 2-mile walk and it's strenuous. It's up hills. I don't think the videos are really going to be able to gauge that incline, but it's up hills. It's work. And I always feel like I have more energy with my body on the days I've fasted for 36 hours. It's really interesting. And just again, one of the reasons I love fasting is because you are going to see and feel a difference when you do fast, especially when you're getting onto those longer fasts. I have a lot of tips as far as how to manage, oh, I'm hungry, and maybe no, you're not hungry, you're just used to eating, and how to manage that. For example, instead of saying I'm hungry, changing the mindset to I'm fasting. Some of these things I picked up when I did my own 28-day water only fast. You can check out that video. And then again, last year with a 5-day water only fast. You have to have a certain mindset and tips and tricks that you're going to use when you're on these extended fasts. But I do feel that those tips and tricks will help with the shorter fasts as well, especially if you're just breaking into those. So I'm gonna plug those videos here too for you all to check out. Also, in the previous fast I did for 5 days, you will see some of the walk I currently do. And again, one of the things I just really love about challenging myself and my body and my mind like this is that you can see how quickly the body starts to adapt. And I bring that up because if you do watch my 5-day water only fast, you're gonna see I started half of this walk, because it's all I knew at the time, doing this major incline and walking down it. And if I'm not mistaken, by the end of 5 days, I was able to run down that hill. And again, water only during that time. So just to watch how incredible our bodies are, how well they adapt, really stemmed in me to put it as a goal to be able to run this new walk that I'm doing, 2 miles, maybe not the entire thing, because again, some steep inclines, hard to even walk those, to be honest. So maybe just putting into and I'm already starting to incorporate running on that walk. But again, kind of another side goal I do have going there. I also did my Pilates today with a resistance band. Also not been as tempted to smoke weed today. Drinking can really, like, I'm not even thinking about that, to be honest. And quite frankly, with the no cigarettes, it's just something I do when I drink or smoke. So that's something that's super easy for me to give up when I'm not doing it. I honestly do not like to smoke as it is. So doing it when I'm not, you know, smoking, when I'm not, yeah, smoking weed or drinking, just, it's not a part of my life on a regular basis, really. So that one's pretty easy to give up. I know it's not always easy to give up smoking. So if you're participating in this challenge and part of that challenge for you is quitting smoking, one thing that's helped me just in general with stopping things is to know that cravings last 3 minutes. So the second you start wanting a cigarette or whatever it is, maybe distract yourself for the next 3 minutes. Hopefully that'll help you. Again, if it's not smoking, with whatever else you're craving at the time. Also updating the YouTube again daily. Super proud to be sharing my experience with you all in a real time sort of posting, because I feel that is important to get it out there, let you guys know what I'm doing. It holds me accountable as well. So hit that goal today. Now, as far as the bottles of water, I've drank 2. I've got 1 left, maybe even half of 1 left to go. And I did cook at home today, so yay, day 1. Was not cooking because I was fasting all day essentially yesterday. Today I did cook at home for breakfast, and again, just pretty much started today's fast at 11 a.m. Won't eat again until tomorrow. I am going to more than likely close all of my rings on my Apple Watch today. I'm just missing the stand hours so far, but I can't rush those. Clearly I need 4 more hours of stand, but I'm sure I'll hit that. The rest of the rings I've already closed, so good on that one. Have yet to really put in any work to my passion project. If you guys have started working on any of your projects, I love to hear what you have going on down in the comments. Again, please feel free to share and engage with me how you are participating in this challenge. Even if you're just a spectator or a cheerleader here for support, really appreciate that. Would love to hear it down in the comments, or even by simply hitting that like button. Your view I really appreciate as well. I know I feel like I don't make that clear enough, so I certainly want to. Thank you all so much for viewing, and I'll see you guys back here tomorrow for day 3 of the Doing All the Things challenge.